Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. This video is in a series of how to tell time and start when a child is as young as 2 or 3. You can help a child tell time at any age, but it can start very early. So in the series, you're going to see that we start out with number recognition, then just the hour hand, then the minute hand. So go back to the beginning of the playlist if you find that this video is not where your child's at. Click the playlist at the end of the video and start from the beginning. And just so you know, it is very, very important that you, as the teacher or as the parent, as the helper in teaching this child, it's a thing that you do every day, all day long, and you can do it on the go. That's what's wonderful about homeschooling. You can just teach as you're on the go and when you find those moments. We've been talking about how many minutes are in an hour. There's 60 minutes in an hour, and each time 60 seconds goes by, our minute hand moves by 1. Did you notice that every time we count the minutes in between each number, there's 5? Watch what happens every time I count 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a shortcut to how we can count how many minutes have passed the hour. We can start here at the top at 0, and every time the minute hand hits the next number, 5 minutes have gone by. So if we want to count how many minutes have gone by, we could start at the top and count by 5s, only touching the numbers. 5, 10, 15. The hour hand is on the 2, and it's 15 minutes past the hour. And earlier we learned that that's also a quarter past. So a quarter past is the same as 2:15. What happens if our hand keeps moving? Let's put it all the way over here to the 7. Now again, you could go in and count every single one of those lines, or you can count by 5s and do it the fast way. Let's change the color of our pen. Start here at the top and count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Wow, that was a lot easier than counting each minute, isn't it? Now you might not know how to count by 5, so I'm going to give you some tools that will help you learn to count by 5s, and then you can apply that skill when you're telling the time on your clock. The first video in the time sequence, we talked about making your own clock, and this was one of the ones I used as an example. It is a paper plate, and now you're ready to count by 5. So if you haven't done it already, you could actually take this paper plate and notch out every 5 minutes, and so that you can see it easier, and you can practice counting by 5s. You can see how the numbers are on the outside. Here's a second one that we made. It was made like a flower with petals, and each petal is right there on those numbers, and you're counting by 5s. Now if you don't know how to count by 5s, you can hit hashtag counting by 5s, and that may bring up other lessons that we've done, because you need to count by 5s when you're counting money. You need to count by 5s when you're doing multiplication. So go ahead and hit that and maybe look at some of the other lessons. One of the neat things, I think, is, isn't it cool how you have 5 fingers on each hand? Well, you could count by 5s and practice using your fingers. At first, you might have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but maybe whisper, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that will help you see that every 5 numbers, these are the numbers that will come up, and that'll help you tell time. You could also use a numbers chart. We have a hundreds chart. We have some blank hundreds charts in our manipulatives that you can just print off and then practice. Highlight counting by 5s. Maybe do it over and over and touch them and count, and then hide it and then go to a parent or an older sibling and practice and see if you've got it right. Keep going back to that hundreds chart, though, if you need the help. You can also make a number line and count by 5s. You can make your own number line and have the numbers go all the way up to 59, because that's what we're doing on the clock. And then you can hop along and count by 5s.